managing to make a living in Thailand from the tourist industry is former Birmingham ballet dancer Anthony Griffiths, who came to the island of Koh Tao and started a new life as a diving instructor.
You can make any sentence that you want. It's to remember the order of how you check the gear. The best one in at the moment is bring, weed, rizzlers and fags. That's the one we like. Yeah. Well, big women really are fun. Big willies relieve anal frustration. Came to Koh Tao originally for 1 week. This is about 6 years ago. And we came for 1 week to do a dive course. And that first time I ended up staying here for 6 months. Ever since, I've been coming back every year for like 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. I've been here now 14, 15 months. I'd been a dancer in London. That's how I started life out at 16. Very lucky. Got plucked from obscurity, went to an audition in London very young and got my chance. And there I was, 16, 17, in London, dancing. For 10 years I did this. Then after this, I just felt a need to find a new direction, that sort of thing that gives you the little spring in your heel. It's difficult to describe the feeling you get from diving. I started 5, 6 years ago now, and the minute I took my first breath underwater, I wanted to be an instructor just straight away. I immediately found something new. As soon as I put my face in the water, I just felt completely at home there. For 10 years, I've been striving as a dancer to break free of gravity, which is what dancing's all about. It's being able to defy gravity and make it look easy. I'll do some jetés or pirouettes or put my legs in second position, and you can just hold the position because the water's carrying all of your body weight. You feel at one with the environment you're in. You feel close to it, and then when you see something awesome like 2,000-3,000 meter drops, like a vertical wall straight down to the abyssal plain, coming through really awesome passages, drifting with like rays the size of just huge, like 5-meter wingspan, just flying through the air. It's like going to the zoo and getting in the cage with the animal. You can't describe it, you can't put it into words what that feels like. So for me, diving is life, I suppose.
Nice.
Everyone you meet every day is happy, they're on holiday, they're spending money here, you know, they want it to, so you're not dealing with miserable people for a start, which we all know, guys, 9 to 5, 5 days a week in London, just to pay to live in that system and that society. I'm just doing fine. And all you boys at home in that crappy job, sorry guys, do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Monday morning. Ooh. That's where I live, that's CFT. I live next door, there's a German guy and his girlfriend. They make a lot of noise when they shag. And you don't? We make more. We make a lot more noise. My girlfriend and I met now about 3 months ago. Her name's Mo, she's 25.
Hello, England.
Mom, this is Mo. We're coming back in October, November. We'll see you then. We'll get married. Now, I'm really starting to think about children and stuff now because I'm 33. It's unbelievable, isn't it? I know. 33, I am. I want to get married. That's what I really want to do. And have kids. And I think I found the right one. You have to meet the right person. I truly believe that. And I believe I've been fortunate enough to meet the right person for me. And hopefully I'm good enough for her and she'll say yes one day. Life's looking good. I've been lucky. I got dealt a few good cards, but I believe you make your own luck in this world.
So it looks like it's going to be a little longer before Anthony returns to Birmingham. Wayne searches for love in Spain, but his quest is undermined by his alter ego, a drag queen called Winnie.
I do often go out in Manchester, but I am getting a bit bored of the scene down there. I mean, it's dead easy to go out and just get casual sex, but you know, to me, Mr. Nearly Right is, you know, it's impossible. I think we've got more chance of seeing rocking horse shit than that happening.
Joining him will be the cheerful burden of false boobs, frizzy wigs and pantomime frocks, all costumes of Miss Winnie La Freak, his drag queen alter ego.
That's it, she's here, Winnie La Freak. We've gotta go. It's 9 o'clock. Let's go meet happy.
3 of his closest friends are going too. Less than 12 hours before their flight, they hedge their bets and head out for a night on the tiles.
Right, let's boogie.
Let's see who's first to get legs up.
I need a bit.
Wayne has realised that wigs and makeup have hampered his pursuit of true love. He's pledged to leave Winnie in his suitcase and face up to the challenge of being himself.
At the end of the day, I want a boyfriend, you know, but I can't find one because every time I'm out in social environments, I'm always dressed up as Winnie Lafree. Everybody loves, you know, Winnie, but nobody sort of wants a relationship with Winnie or like that. I am looking for love, but the chances of me finding it in Barcelona or Sitges are that remote. I'd be quite happy with, you know, a quick fling, as long as it's in a bed and not up against a wall.
After arriving in Barcelona, they head straight for their hotel in the coastal town of Sitges, one of Europe's leading gay resorts.
It's gorgeous, look at the buildings.
Yeah, it is pretty, I
architectural
suppose. But we're not here for fucking architecture, love.
Yeah, but it's nice to be away, isn't it?
Well, I suppose so.
Hola.
Koh Tao.
Wayne's hopes are raised by a mysterious American that he met on the train who flattered his ego. Getting attention is unusual for Wayne without Winnie's outrageous personality to help him out.
Usually people don't take any notice of me for some reason, but it was nice getting a compliment like that, you know. It says you've got gorgeous blue eyes, staring sharp eyes. So I like that. We arranged to meet on the beach today. All being well, I'll be there. I checked out the price of a double room, by the way, just in case, because I can't make Mark sleep on the balcony again, although he's made me do it plenty of times.
But yet again, it seems that love has evaded Wayne. After waiting on the beach all afternoon, it looks like he's been stood up.
I would have liked to have got to know him a bit better, but I'm crap at pulling, you know.
He's not fucking here, viewers.
Bob, there's plenty more fish in that sea when it's
Yeah, but it's just fucking finding them, innit? It's just getting them. You go and get me one. I don't mind paying. As long as it's not over 1,000.
Winnie is beginning to exert her influence. Wayne's commitment to finding love as himself has evaporated. Against his better intentions, Wayne's friends have persuaded him to don the wig and makeup and embrace the night.
Come on! I don't believe this. 8 o'clock I've been trying to get in this bathroom.
Shizzy!
When I'm out as Winnie Lafree, it's just a totally opposite side to me. To me, it's like being a clown. You paint on a smile, you know, and you become a different person, and you just go out there and do the bit.
Here we go, let's see what it's like.
I don't enjoy going out as Winnie anymore.
But you can't just sit in a corner moping about, minding your own business when you're 7 foot and got fucking blue hair. I do get guys after me occasionally, but it's not really my thing. I'm not a transvestite or anything.
It's not 6 o'clock now.
Although Winnie didn't pull, she enjoyed lusting on the attention.
We've had a fucking blast, girls, haven't we?
We've had a blast.
We've got pissed and not paid a penny.
We haven't paid a penny.
See, wearing a frock, you get away with everything.
That's my...
Oh, you took it out. Took it out. Oh, I'm so sore.
Oh my, oh, that is bliss.
That is sore. 9 feet sore. Winner!
The next morning, Wayne does some serious thinking.
just need to get out there and meet more people. As Wayne, I've got to learn to just approach people and offer to buy them a drink or whatever. But I just don't. I just look at people and think, oh, he's nice. You know, I wouldn't mind bedding him. But then I wouldn't dream of going up to him and saying, excuse me, I wouldn't mind bedding you. Although some people do, and that's probably the way to do it.
As night falls on their final few hours in Spain, Wayne and company make a last desperate bid for passion. But Tuesday night in low-season Sitges is not exactly the throbbing gay paradise they'd envisaged.
Should we see if there's a bingo? I told you we should have gone Cleethorpes. You know what's what and what's when. Well, it's a nice view anyway. It's a lovely car park. Come on, love.
So they decide to call it a night.
So, Winnie Lafrique goes back to England tradeless. That's it. She goes back to fucking England tradeless. Wait, Mags, wait for me.
Adrian Fisher is a guitarist and former rock star who lives on the island of Koh Samui. He gave up his rock and roll lifestyle to live a simple life when he split from top 80s pop group Sparks with the brothers Ron and Russell Mael. After becoming disillusioned with the music industry, Adrian decided to look for something else.
I was getting so depressed I had to go somewhere. It's just kind of literally sort of like Thailand. I haven't been there before, and that's long. 3 days turned into about 3 weeks or a month. I eventually made it here, and I've been here ever since, I guess. 6, 7 years ago, 6.5 years. Well, I see something that surprises me every day, especially in Samui, where tourism is actually fairly new, but they're catching on real fast. Supermarkets, internet cafes, and it's all very strange. I mean, I've been here 6 years. You can imagine how strange it is for guys that I know have been here for 12, 15 years. I mean, there wasn't a road here, it was the track, and there was like just a few bars, and that was it. I mean, every time I blinked, there's a new bar here. I mean, if in doubt, they stick up a new bar and knock another one down. I hate girly bars and stuff like that. Hello, welcome, come inside, handsome man. Sure. I hate all that. It's one thing I don't like, seeing like a 65, 7-year-old man walking down the street with a 18-year-old girl and stuff. And it's just kind of, it's not right somehow. Rock and roll excess. I was lucky, been there, seen, done most of it. Survived it. I mean, it wasn't so long ago I had a severe alcohol problem here. And it's easy done here, it's cheap. You just don't realise you're doing it. But you've got good friends saying, hey, you're losing the plot. You can play guitar when you're pissed, you can play guitar when you're sober. But I know I'm not that much of a dummy. I know I play much better when I'm sober. I don't drink any heavy stuff, a couple of beers. I don't mind losing anything, but I don't want to lose my dignity. And walking like that home at night and falling in puddles and stuff, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm too old to go rolling around in the dirt. One of the main ties I have in Thailand, no pun intended, is my girlfriend. The same age as me. I don't hang out with young girls and stuff. She's done so much for me. She's taken care of me. I hate to admit it, she supports me sometimes. It should be the other way around. It's very unusual to find a Thai lady with that attitude, who's that devoted. Well, basically has faith in your ability. Without her judge of character and guidance and knowledge, I couldn't survive here on my own. No way. Riches to rags, but surviving. It's only rock and roll, but I'm getting the hang of it.
Each year, a group of students from the Plymouth University football team pack their kit bags and go abroad in search of sun, sea and intensive study. Paul Goodman, more commonly known as Benny, is one of the players who's hoping to improve his grades in Benidorm.
I managed 3 in a week last year, which was pretty average, I think. I know there are a few people this year that could do more. We'll see. We'll see how the charm goes.
With their exams firmly in mind and dressed without a hint of irony, Benny and the boys head for Spain. After a 2-hour flight, the team arrive and Benny reflects on the importance of academic excellence.
Benidorm's got a reputation of being a bit of a pull-in paradise. Lots of women around. You're meant to be able to come here and pull no matter what you look like.
Before Benny and the boys go out to appreciate the local architecture, they imbibe the local culture in a way that would impress their college tutors. It's called funneling, apparently.
Here we go. Gangsters there.
Couple of hours we've arrived from the plane. We're out tonight. We're going to find some nice young ladies, and we're going to have a bit of fun. Hopefully I'll be one of them that has a bit of fun. Some of them will be alone in the room tonight, but yeah, it's a matter of finding the night spots tonight.
But surprise, surprise, Benny has overdosed on local culture.
I was that close to pulling this gorgeous, gorgeous bird. I had so much alcohol in my bloodstream. My chat-up line was basically.
Despite all their efforts, neither Benny or his mates managed to get a grasp of the sophistication of the local culture. He vows to work harder tomorrow. But first, it's payback time.
Technically sober then, I suppose. Low points, the mornings, it takes you the whole day to get ready for the night again, get used to it again. Feeling ill's a regular thing. Tonight's the night. I'm gonna pull animal, vegetable or mineral. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, any hole's a goal.
And it doesn't take long before Benny's hard at work once more.
Benny is on cloud 9 at present. He's got 2 birds there, one tasty, one's rather nice as well. He is really, really wishful at present. But good luck to him. He's deserved it. He's put a lot of work this year and he's had average results, so good luck to the bugger.
I'm trying it on with these 2 women, okay? Now the one is pretty good looking, but she's under the thumb. She's got a boyfriend. She's made it blatantly clear she's not doing anything. She might crack to the Benny charm, I don't know. I'll give it a bash, eh? She says no, she has to be a lesbian.
Benny's silver tongue and confident grasp of the language has persuaded the girls to accompany him to a nearby club, and his motto, try and keep trying, finally pays off. But just as he's starting to smile, the girls suddenly leave. Benny's compelled to continue in his pursuit of scholarly passion.
There's 2 in particular that are very nice indeed. We've kind of organised to go back to their place. Hopefully 2's up, you never know. I think that's what's on the cards. Yeah, dirty, they're dirty, dirty women, but I'll tell you what, that's exactly what I want. It's what I like, it's what I came here for. I'm going back and I'm getting 2's up tonight, mate.
As the rest of the team retire for a cup of hot chocolate and the complete works of Marcel Proust, Benny heads back to the girls' apartment for a night of serious revision.
I can't remember the majority of last night. What I can remember is waking up with two young ladies in their house, in their apartment. What happened, I will leave to your imagination. They were dirty, dirty slags. There are dozens of them, and they'll do anything. Dirty whores. There's places full of them. It's great. I love it.
As Benidorm cranks up for another night, the team hit the town. But Benny has been revising without wearing his glasses, giving him a headache.
Benny is dead. He's fucked out of his face. We can't get him in a taxi. He's going to have to get an ambulance home.
If I shake his belly button, that'll make him better, wouldn't it?
He fucking tried to be clever and do a 2-point fall. Fucking idiots. He's gone. He's gone. I don't think Benny's going to be getting up for the rest of the fucking week, mate, after this lot. And Mr. Copper Geese is going to come and big him up. Big up the Spain massive. No.
Although he's out of action for the night, it only takes a day's recovery before Benny's able to once again reapply himself to his studies.
Nobody was in a fit state to pull, I think, to be honest. I think the plan for tonight is we go to the bar, get pretty hammered, get off to a couple of clubs. I think try and pick up a few women there. Oh yeah, the lucky shirt. The shirt, I've never failed to pull in this shirt. It's probably a bad omen. Gift from my ex-girlfriend. Cheers, Lise.
But once Benny gets into town, it soon becomes apparent that there's a shortage of subject matter.
There's no women around. The place is dead. The clubs are dead, the pubs are dead. I don't know what is going on. There's no pussy here, there's no pussy. There's nothing around, I am so fucked off. There is no pussy here.
And so the university team decides to make its own entertainment. Final day of the tour, and Benny is desperate to do some last-minute cramming before getting home to have a rest.
Well, hopefully get laid tonight. Don't care what she looks like, I really don't. Kick her out in the morning. Go home.
So Benny and the team hit the town one last time.
I do have some standards. They've got to be reasonably good looking. Speak English, I suppose. That's pretty much it. Last year there were a lot more women around. It's a lot harder this year because there's just nothing to choose from. It's just a matter of find one that's eligible and give it your best shot. But I don't know what it is, there's just loads of old grannies and I'm not that desperate. I'm not going to go for that.
And just as it looks like he's got a merit, things go wrong for Benny.
Just snogging this absolutely gorgeous bird. Well, it's absolutely gorgeous to me because I've had about 12 pints of lager. But her mum wanted her to go. She was out with her mum and her sister. So they've left me. I'm like a humping dog and she's left me. It's gutting.
So it's back to the grindstone for Benny as once more his try, try, try motto kicks in. Things begin to look up for him, but there's a comprehension problem.
I've pulled this French bird. The problem is there's a bit of a language barrier. She doesn't speak a word of English. I don't speak a word of French. But the language of love is unique. yeah, she's looking like she's ready for it.
As the night comes to an end, it looks like Benny may be in line for a distinction, or possibly not.
We've done a king one. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. The sun's coming up. I think we're off to enjoy ourselves. See you later.
Sadly for Benny, the kind of love he was after wasn't on the menu with the French girl. But as he leaves Spain, his mind's on what awaits him at home.
I started seeing this this girl just before I left. She's very nice indeed. I'm probably not going to tell her about what happens here. Maybe she'll find out, I don't know.
She's never going to find out, is she? No one's going to tell her. Mac and Jonathan, also known as JT, are gay mates from Brighton who are heading to Australia hoping that the licentious atmosphere of Mardi Gras will lead them to love and adventure.
Myself and Jonathan are planning to go over to Sydney for the Mardi Gras.
I am single. While I'll be there, I'll be looking for the possibility of a bit of romance.
If I find somebody and they're the right somebody, then yeah, it would be fabulous if it was a long-term thing. Alternatively, if it's just a holiday romance, then so be it too.
I don't think we're going to know anybody when we're there, but you never know. This world is actually quite small when you think about it. So yeah, the anonymity of being away would be quite nice.
Just to be able to do what we want to do with no repercussions because we're never going to see anyone again.
Yeah, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it.
It's just days before the parade, and Mac and JT arrive in Sydney. With one of the world's biggest love affairs to look forward to, jet lag is a faded concept.
Okay, so we're off to Bondi Beach. We're going to go over and see what talent we can check out. No better place to do it than where there's scantily clad men and women.
A mecca for the British, Bondi Beach attracts a mixture of gay and straight bodies beautiful.
Bondi Beach, incredibly gorgeous. There's a lot of nakedness going on, which is rather nice.
Difficulty spotting between straight guys and gay people here because they just all look the same. They're all massive, they're all muscled. Majority of them are like very, very good looking, nice bodies. Shaggability wise, probably there's about 90% on the beach that you would do, and then probably 10% that you probably still would do if you're like really pissed.
Finding a lesbian in a place like this, it's not particularly easy. I mean, it's not particularly easy anywhere. You can still spot them a little bit. I've spotted a couple. I can't really tell how. It's just at the moment it's like an inbuilt homing device. It's more of a place to look rather than touch.
When night falls, with gaydars in force, Mac and JT head for Oxford Street, the gay centre of Sydney.
It's just huge long street with bars, restaurants, adult shops, couples of guys, couples of girls. You know, everybody's open, everybody's happy, everybody's acting, you know, how they should be able to act. We're just moving from the Albury Bar down to Stonewall, where we're moving on to a women's club. Oh, yes.
Both have thought about the sort of partner they'd like to find.
Normally the girls they have to be taller than me, because I'm quite short. Normally about my build, if someone's a bit too skinny, I'm a bit scared of breaking them when I'm laying on top of them or something like that.
The type of man that I'd actually go for, they'd have to be fairly similar to myself. I have to like have a laugh and a giggle. It can't be like too serious straight away. I can't do seriousness. I'm like quite a laid-back character. I'm so laid-back, really. I should be horizontal.
Mac gets lucky fast, but ironically she's travelled all the way to Sydney to find love and found it with a girl from Leeds.
Hello, I love you long time.
Oh, baby.
Max copped off with Jane that we met about a half hour earlier. I've just bumped into two friends of mine that I know from Brighton, so I might actually go for a drink with them because they're like normal conversation, and just let them get off and do what they want. I've got the room key. Mac doesn't know where she is, and I'll see her sometime tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back at the hotel the next morning, Mac is recovering from the excess of the night before, and her memory's hazy.
How did it happen? I don't really know. We just sort of just started kissing, really, to be honest, and then couldn't really keep your hands off each other. Went to sleep at about 7 o'clock this morning with the sunrise, so I'm absolutely exhausted. I've had like 3 hours sleep. But it was a really good night. It was well worth it. Well worth it. She's phoning me later. I'm going to meet up again tonight.
I didn't pull last night, no, but even if I did, I don't think I would have had the energy to have done anything at all. Propping my eyelids open was a bit of a problem last night, so to raise anything else would have probably needed a truckload of Viagra.
As the excitement builds for the parade, Mac and JT hit Oxford Street in search of suitable costumes.
Got to get Max something now, and also I'll probably, hopefully, get something else as well. Maybe just a pair of hot pants or something like that. So I've got gorgeous legs, haven't I?
Yeah, I've got gorgeous legs.
I have, yes. We fall out front, though.
The scene over here is a lot more relaxed. So, you know, the whole way of thinking, the whole attitude to gays and lesbians seems to be much more open.
Since the first Mardi Gras in 1978, the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Extravaganza has grown to become the largest outdoor nighttime event in the world, bringing in nearly $100 million pink dollars a year to the Australian economy.
I think people just want to come just to soak it up, just to say that they've experienced it, just to revel in the atmosphere, the carnival spirit. I think it's like a feeling of like oneness. It's a day where gays and lesbians from everywhere are just going to come out. They're just going to be as outrageous as they can, as loud as they can, as drunken as they can.
Max arranged to meet up with Jane so they can fulfill a lesbian rite of passage to do Mardi Gras together.
As you can see, things are starting to get going and there's still 2 hours to go before the parade. We're just waiting for a few friends to come out of the hotel and then back up to the room to watch the parade at 8 o'clock.
The atmosphere on the streets is unbelievable. They've like cordoned the whole place off and it is just so busy. Just really buzzing. That's all you can say.
It's mental.
It's mental. Absolutely mental.
More than 1 million people line the streets to watch the parade. It takes over 2 hours to pass and involves 7,800 people on more than 200 floats. But for Mac and Jane, the parade could be in Rotherham.
Just let us upstairs. We're gonna shack.
This is absolutely amazing. Even though we're up on the 14th floor, the noise is absolutely incredible. Downstairs, you'd need to wear earplugs. I'm just so overwhelmed. It's just so tops. That's all I can say, really. Just fantastic.
Mardi Gras is all about being free, gay, and happy. I feel looking great.
This is end of the parade. It's all like over and done with now. Everybody else is going to like this massive party. We didn't unfortunately get tickets, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
And you haven't pulled?
I haven't pulled as of yet, but I've still got the walk home.
With Mac's girlfriend at the party, she's pining more than a forest full of conifers.
I miss her like mad. Fucking miss her like mad.
Oh. Oh.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, babe. Tears.
The night is over. Mac and JT head back to the hotel. Tomorrow they're off home, and the dream of the permanent party is over.
Jane doesn't go home until next week, so I'm a bit gutted. I'm glad I met her, glad I came. I've had an absolutely fantastic week.
Love-wise, I haven't been so lucky on that department, but at the end of the day, I'm not really overly bothered because it's just been one hell of a trip.
Jane and I have spoken and said that we would like to get together when we get home. Possibly I'll go up and see her, or she'll come down and see me. She's in Yorkshire and I'm down in Brighton, so it's going to be a little bit difficult, but hey.
I think I've actually got quite a lot of pleasure out of Mac's little romance. I've sort of like had fun with that.
Fun farewell, yeah, big fun farewell.
Johnny T and I have had a brilliant time, and yeah, I've been lucky enough to meet someone as well. One of my friends said, once you go, you'll never want to come home. And much as I love Brighton, there is going to be a part of me that will stay here. You know, I've never ever felt so good. I don't want to age, I want to stay here forever. I've never felt so good about myself in a long time.
They've caught the Mardi Gras bug and pledged to do it again next year.
Teresa is 39 and her husband is 8 years younger. Although 31-year-old Sebastian can be officially termed her toy boy, it's not the age gap that makes this couple unlikely. 7 years ago, Teresa and Sebastian had a holiday fling that simply wouldn't be flown.
Would you like coffee then? Relaxing, having my coffee. Just give the coffee back, yeah.
It wasn't my idea to have a holiday, it was a friend of mine. We had a really busy summer, working really, really hard, and we both agreed we needed to have a break. So she said, OK, I'll go to this travel agent and I will go and book something. Basically, I said to her, as long as it's got a sandy beach, I don't really care.
And Teresa and her friend Sarah came to a village on the coast of Koh Tao and stayed in a small hotel with a big attraction.
First time that I saw Sebastian was when I was walking through the restaurant and he was behind the bar. And I just remember him saying, "Hello, girls," as he does. I just thought, oh, he's quite cute.
Just thought, you know, I fancy her, so I had to find a way to talk to her, and I tried everything and she wouldn't respond very much.
Because I quite liked him, I was too shy to show it. I can be extrovert, but equally, if I like somebody, I don't really know how to deal with it.
So I had to play some sort of innuendo to get into talking to her.
And it took 2 weeks of flirting and innuendo for Sebastian to get Teresa on her own.
About 3 o'clock in the morning, after like 2 litres of wine, we were on our own. And we kind of had a chat and everything. And we had our first little kiss. After that, we spent time with each other the next day, and then the following day I flew home. So it was a very brief encounter.
All of a sudden, this person goes, so you're left with all the sensation, all the feelings, all the heartbeat, full up, and then nothing.
Teresa went back to Blighty, but found it hard to get back into the old routine.
The job was taking so much of my time and energy. I didn't really have much opportunity to go and meet people. And if I did, it was really out late, drinking, getting drunk, getting up the next morning feeling absolutely rotten, smoking far too much, doing all the things you shouldn't do. And I was kind of living a bit of a Bridget Jonesy kind of life, to be quite honest.
But Bridget Jones was about to do a Shirley Valentine. Teresa gave up everything for her holiday fling. She went back to Koh Tao, tested the water, realised it was love, and the move became permanent.
Most of my friends and family, when they realised that it was a bit more than a holiday romance and it was serious, I don't think they really believed I'd ever have the guts to do what I did. I don't think even I believed it until I got on the plane, to be quite honest.
But once on the plane, there were new challenges waiting ahead.
I don't think many mothers would want their daughters to leave, but she never really said that to me. She just was more worried that I would be happy and I would be able to adjust to the life here. And, you know, she's heard about, you know, all kinds of scare stories about, you know, Greek mother-in-laws and things not working out.
In 1998, Teresa was 33 and she had a holiday romance in Corfu with Sebastian, a 25-year-old waiter. 7 years on, she's still there.
He really is my toy boy. When I met him, he was 25 and I was 33. So there's 8 years or so difference between us.
The thought of my friends and family about being with Teresa was not a very good-looking one. They all had an issue about the age gap, but, you know, who cares about time, really? I was there with a person who I really liked, and I couldn't give a damn whether, you know, anybody said anything about Teresa.
The couple married in a traditional Corfu ceremony in 2003. But when you marry a Greek, you're not just marrying the man, you're marrying the mother-in-law.
My mum had a big issue about it. She would prefer, I think, to have a Greek girl, which is respectable.
She must understand that she's in Greece. She's not anymore in England. She must speak Greek, so she can speak with all of us. But if she doesn't know, it's very difficult for her. And it's not very nice all the time to ask what they say. And tomorrow, if she has children, she must bring the children in our school, in our church, in our parties, in everything. When they are in England, they do that in England. When they are here, they will do exactly what we do it here.
I think one of the things that we had to deal with, or I had to deal with when I came here, was how to balance my relationship with his mum. Actually, I think that she's been brilliant because, you know, it is hard suddenly to have your whole attention of your son and then to have to share him. It is quite tricky, but I think we've got there. I think we are actually a united family. We have our moments, like any mother-in-law and daughter-in-law.
Teresa does her things her own way, my mum does her things their own way. No one is better than the other. They're both trying for the good of you know, everybody. The trouble is that I'm in the middle, and that sometimes is not very pleasant. But we're getting over that one.
I don't think you can get away with not speaking Greek, because it's not possible then to integrate with family and your community, because when you're at a family dinner or with friends, if you don't understand or speak, you're like a lemon, really. But I can speak, badly, but enough for people to understand me.
Teresa and Sebastian now run the family taverna together, and Teresa is fully settled into the Greek lifestyle, although there are some home comforts she still misses.
I really miss Indian food. I think your choices here are quite limited culturally. It's Greek or Greek or Greek, basically.
But for Teresa, there's only one Greek for her.
There's really only one reason why I gave up everything to come here. It wasn't the sun, it wasn't the sea, it wasn't any of that, it was Sebastian. And I really love him, so that's it.
But Sebastian isn't the only Greek man to get a British lady on his love boat. Leah came to Corfu and fell for a Greek man 17 years her senior. He had a boat, but it wasn't all plain sailing.
It was 1979 when I came out on holiday with my girlfriend, best buddy. She'd booked a holiday to Corfu. I had nothing to do with it. And the first week was a boat trip. And the captain of the boat came up. He seemed incredibly tall and big and overpowering as a personality. And he sort of plunked himself down and started chatting me up. I was a bit, ooh.
I met her right in my boat. She came with a group. And then I think I asked her for a date.
He wasn't the sort of guy I normally fancied, but I thought, well, why not go for it? We got back to the hotel and I told my friend, she said, you're mad. She said, why do you want to go out? You know, a bit risky. No, she said, I wouldn't do that. And I was speaking to other girls. They said, oh, you mustn't go out with him, but, you know, he's married. I was horrified. Oh, God, married? No, I'm not going anywhere on my own with a married man. I'm in Greece, so I don't want to do that. So I stood him up.
And that was that, until Leah won another boat trip. And guess whose boat it was? No, seriously, go on, have a guess.
I was horrified, oh dear. I got on the boat.
Leah, do you need help?
Thank you. He was really off with me. He was obviously really fed up. We exchanged a few words. I sort of sidled over to him and spoke to him. He said, why didn't you turn up then? I said, well, I heard you were married. He said, if I was married, I would be my wife. That's not true, he said. It's just people spreading nasty rumours.
Right, that's it, until Leah found herself on another boat trip. Yeah, and guess what? Yep, same boat, same Nick, third time lucky.
This time, he was a bit chattier. He hesitatingly asked me out again, and I agreed. I think it took quite a lot of courage for him to ask me out again.
So, after a rough start, Leah and her older man's first date was on solid ground, if a little unusual.
It was quite overwhelming in a way, because his parents were there, real village people. Couldn't speak to them at all, and his mother was very hospitable, and she was pointing at the food, very welcoming. I was quite charmed by it. I thought it was lovely and felt very safe as well because I was with his parents. So I breathed a sigh of relief after all that. I realised he wouldn't have taken me to dinner with his mum and dad if he was married. The longer I spent with Nick, the more I fancied him, really.
I fancy you too.
You fancy him from the beginning?
Yes, from the very beginning. Otherwise, it was 45 girls in the boat. Do you remember? So speaking to you, that means I fancy you. There were 45 single women in the boat, yeah, from 18 to 20.
This is why I signed up with Club 1830, all the single girls, isn't it? Yeah.
No, I was working for the Club 1830. I don't know regrets.
Nick may have picked Leah out of 45 women, but in typical British fashion, she was more reserved.
It was obviously more than a holiday romance. I wanted to be with him, but I wasn't going to rush into anything. I wasn't going to just give my life up and move out or anything. I wanted... It's a big move.
Over 1 million tourists visit Corfu every year, and many find love for a fortnight. Leah and Nick's romance, however, has lasted 26 years and counting.
I think definitely it started like a holiday romance. But of course, when the days passing by, you discover that it was something more attractive, something more magnetizing.
I remember after I met Nick, even after the first holiday, I came home and I thought, I really feel now what it is to be loved properly. I remember thinking that. I felt appreciated and loved. And that's why we're still together, I think.
Leah lived between Greece and the UK for 3 years until the couple were married in 1982. But marrying your holiday romance isn't the only unlikely thing about this couple.
Well, we do have a 17 years age gap, Nick and I, but when you fall in love with someone, you fall in love for them.
The age gap didn't make any difference to me because I'm a person that I could be a friend with a 2-year-old boy or girl and a 102-year-old person.
It's not really an issue. He tends sometimes to treat me like his little princess, and I feel like I'm a little girl still, but that's quite nice in a way.
But despite the age gap, the couple are still young at heart.
Wherever we go, we're holding hands. We go for shopping, if we go for movies, if we go for dancing, if we go here and there, and we're still doing it. And I remember somebody who says in the village, says, God bless you, I envy you, we're holding hands after 20 so many years, you were like kids, like teenagers.
And looking back, Leah still sees the unlikeliness in her relationship.
If you'd have said to me that I would end up and live in Corfu, I would just say, no way. I can remember sitting on a beach when we first came out here, saying to her, isn't this lovely, this island, it's beautiful. It's a great place to come for a honeymoon. Little did I know that I'd just be having a permanent honeymoon here. It's amazing.
Pip Bratby lives alone near Hastings. At home there's more pressure to behave, so she's off to Lanzarote in search of young love.
I would like to meet a younger man, say up to the age of 40. I do like flat tum, small bum and nice legs.
She wants a toy boy because she's lonely since being widowed 8 years ago. Her husband was the artist John Bratby.
I was married to my dear John. I was married to him for 20 years. He was dancing around on his birthday, singing Now I'm 64. That same day, he dropped dead at my feet in the street. I don't mourn him anymore. He wouldn't want me to. He'd want me to enjoy myself. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to do in Lanzarote.
Pip won't need to pack any clothes because where she's going, she won't need them.
I fancied doing a naturist thing. It's a bit cold now, so I've got a t-shirt on. I usually go around with nothing on. Of course, anybody who's around here just sees me in all my glory. Well, jolly good luck to them.
This isn't her first brush with nudity. During her marriage, she posed for John, and she recently took up posing for pornographic photos for local photographers.
I put ads in the papers for modelling, and I did do quite well off that, because there aren't any older ladies who will pose. They want you with a cucumber up your front or a carrot up your back. I'm a bit of a naughty girl, that's it. Yeah. Well, I'm jolly lucky to be naughty at 70, aren't I?
In Lanzarote, Pip spends the first couple of days enjoying the naturist way of life and checking out the talent around her.
Look your best. Yeah. Oh no, you've got to turn your best side. I can't believe it when I get up here in the morning. I think, well, I haven't got to put anything on. And I know I'm terribly fat, but it doesn't even matter what you look like. Nobody stares at you, they just chat at you as if you've been to the supermarket, which you just probably have.
After a good search, Pip discovers that young single men are in short supply at the naturist resort, so she decides to search further afield.
Well, I've seen some nice legs and nice bums around. And some flat tummies around. But I haven't managed to click anything yet. But do not despair, because I've never been hard up for a gorgeous young man. No, I haven't. Oh, God, I'm cheeky, aren't I? I did get off with a very young man. He was in the Maldives, that's right. He was about 20. He was absolutely gorgeous, but he was so shy. I had to show him what to do. He didn't know what to do.
Over the past couple of years, Pip has had a lot of success in finding younger men by advertising in the personal columns, and she's found that age is no barrier.
I have had a very active sex life, I'm happy to say. From a young man who was 17, ooh, he did more than cuddle up in my bed, I'll tell you that. I'm a very erotic lady. I'm far more erotic now than I was when I was young.
Pip finds it an uphill struggle trying to find an eligible man at the top of this mountain, but still feels that love can't be far away.
Look, my great big bed is huge. I haven't found anybody to share it with yet. But I will.
Next morning, Pip heads south to the capital, Arrecife. Yesterday was disappointing, but Pip's ever the optimist.
I'll follow that one. I wasn't too old for them, that was for sure. They might have been too old for me. Oh, they'll do for an afternoon's fun. Both of them.
Pip decides to try her luck elsewhere. In the past few years, she's found no shortage of younger men wanting to fool around and have fun with her, but finding someone who would take things more seriously and rid her of her loneliness is difficult. As the tourists admire the view, Pip does some sightseeing of her own.
No fancy aboard chaps. I know I'm going to find him. I know I am. Slender, slim, athletic. I know I am.
Pip spots a likely chap and wastes no time in trying to impress him with her unique chat-up style.
So what are we going to do? We got to go down here somewhere and crawl around. I'll crawl around with you anytime. I better clear up before his girlfriend comes. Or she give me a slap around the shops.
Once again, Pip's heading home alone. With no joy in Lanzarote, Pip is already preparing to return to her tried and tested method of finding a partner back home.
Erotic, genuinely lovely lady, age 70, writing to one of those contact magazines, good-looking younger men. So I just have a go at it, and they put it in for 3 months, and they put your photograph in, and we just see what happens.
And she's already chosen the photo she's going to place.
It's a semi-nude. Well, somebody's written on the back. You are not the only gorgeous nudie. Now, who wrote that? Well, Lanzarote has been quite a disappointment, really, because I've done very well when I've been abroad other times. Well, I think when you're 40, 50, never mind 70, you just think you've had it. And you curl up and die. Whew. Not me. What I do miss is the kisses and the cuddles. I don't see why I should have to do without it, so I'm not going to. I'm going to keep on looking until I found it.
Gambia is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Africa. It's only the same size as the Isle of Man and has a population smaller than Liverpool. But each year, 40,000 British tourists come on package holidays, some to sunbathe, others to immerse themselves in local life. The country's poverty makes sex a cheap commodity. 40-year-old Bob West came here on a 2-week package holiday 8 years ago and decided to stay.
When I first came here, well, really, I just shagged myself stupid and there was... All I can remember about the first couple of weeks here was staying in this compound with these English lads and Bob, and all you could hear day and night was the clip-clop of high heels, in and out of rooms, doors slamming, money changing hands, and that was it. All the time. That's all it was about. Going out, getting drunk, and these women. Everybody's so poor. But of course you can get a woman here, really, for less than 25 pence. All you can. Or a chewing gum. Or half a packet of biscuits.
Bob's found a place to live where he works as a part-time odd job man in return for his bed and board.
Sun, sand, cheap beer. Not a bad old life, is it really?
Bob's something of an expert when it comes to love across international boundaries. He's been married 5 times to women from 5 different countries.
The best one, really, was the English one. This girl was for the it was a show family, you know, from the fairgrounds, and it was like a mafia wedding, and everybody kept coming up to me and giving me envelopes full of money. So I suppose that was one of the better ones. This one in the Gambia, when I married the Senegalese, that was a bit of a laugh. I think I actually became a Muslim, according to them. But I mean, in my mind, I wasn't a Muslim, but I like did it for them. It was like just, you know, get dressed up with all my hat on and all my Muslim gear, and you know, I mean, I felt such a fool, really. When I got married in the Philippines, and I only did that for money. I got out of it. I got a free holiday in the Philippines, a trip to Hong Kong, and I think I got £500 spending money as well. Well, the one I met in Spain, the Dutch one, I can't remember anything about her. So she was nice looking. The Thai one, that was a proper wedding, because I was going to take her back to England. And in the end, there was so many reasons I couldn't take her back. She got a house out of it and a fridge. You know what I mean? So she didn't do too bad, really.
However, Bob's hoping that the authorities won't look too closely at his divorce record.
I'm divorced from the English girl because I had it in my mind, really, that if you get married abroad, it don't really count. So that's it. I've only ever been divorced once, so I suppose I'm a bit of a bigamist, really.
Bob is now heading for marriage number 6.
I'm now going out with a Liberian girl. Her name's Amelia. I've known her about a year, but I've actually been going out with her properly now for 9 months.
I like Bob because he's different from the other man that come to Gambia. Because you don't even look outside for another girls. I don't care. They are beautiful. They dress nice. Whatsoever. He doesn't care about any one of them.
Hey, all right. You? I really think I can trust her. In fact, I probably trust her more than any woman I've ever met in my life. I just think I've actually been unlucky with the women I've picked, or that have picked me, really. Like the English one and the Senegalese one. They're the one that let me down both times. You know what I mean? They let me down by messing about with other men. Even the Thai one, really. I mean, I couldn't really be too sure what she were up to.
Amelia may be committed to Bob, but he finds he can't take marriage seriously when he's away from Britain.
It's not the real world over here. They don't take women serious. I mean, so being over here, it doesn't matter if you get married. You're not going to treat your wife or treat your marriage like you would behave in England.
And so Bob's decided to get married again.
I think the good thing now with me being 40, if I do get married, I mean, I've only got to live about another 20 or 30 years, haven't I? I don't think I'll be able to, do you know what I mean? And that's, so at the most I'm only going to be married that long.
Los Angeles, home of the collagen implant and penis enlargement. Last bastion of fat-free, and stay tuned after these messages from our sponsor. It's also home to 21-year-old tattooist Shanda, who lives here with her parents. But her heart wants to take her from Hollywood to Hollyoaks, 6,000 miles away in Chester.
I'm going to England to visit my boyfriend Steve because I haven't seen him for 6 months and I really truly miss him, so I need to make this journey.
Shanda's boyfriend is Steve Perry, a 23-year-old Welsh barman who's lived in Chester for the last year. He's convinced that this love is real.
Being 6 months apart and not having, touched each other for 6 months, it's going to be weird. You have to learn things all over again, and go back through all the motions all over again. But I don't think that's much apprehension. I think it's more excitement than apprehension.
I know Steve because I met him on the internet.
They met in a chat room where they swapped tattoo stories. Although they met by chance and love was random, the intensity of their feelings grew.
Neither Shanda or I were looking for love when we met on the internet. We just happened to be in the same place at the same time one night, kind of 1 in a million chance. There was definitely something there. You could feel there was something there. We were connecting.
We agreed so much on everything. It was just amazing. When Steve sent me a photograph, I thought, wow, what a hunk, I found the perfect guy.
After about 2 weeks, I think we phoned each other up for the first time, and that was very strange.
We just got so interested in each other, and we wanted to know more and more about each other. And what we heard, we liked, so I think that's when it started.
They felt compelled to meet, so 6 months ago, Steve flew out to LA. Virtual love turned real and into 10 days of passion.
It was like 24/7. We went everywhere with each other. We went to bed together. We woke up together. We showered together in the morning. We didn't stop touching, so we couldn't we had that week together. We were just draining each little second out together.
But as the song says, it was more than physical.
After I visited her, I just started to realise that I really did love her and that she really was a lot more than I expected, a lot more than I'd ever imagined. And I think then I fell in love with her.
Definitely in love with Steve. Steve's the first boyfriend I've ever been in love with, and I truly do mean it.
Shanda's bought her ticket, booked time off from her job, and has even changed her hairstyle ready for her trip to England. But she's neglected to get one thing, a passport.
Part Armenian and Polish and German. I came over when I was about 5 years old, and I've been living here for 16 years now because I'm 21 years old. And I never, thought about, getting a new passport or citizenship because, I was young and I didn't really think of those things.
Shanda thought she could get a special pass issued to people travelling in exceptional circumstances, but falling in love with a Chester barman isn't deemed exceptional enough, and she's off to the British consulate to beg and see if there's anything they can do.
It's really getting to me because, I don't know, I didn't used to be so sensitive about things. I didn't really used to care, but there's something about Steve that makes me want to care. He just, I don't know, he just brings all these emotions to me. I never used to cry, now I cry.
Steve's blissfully unaware of her problems. He's finished work and is planning a night out with his mates. They're looking forward to meeting a tattooed woman from the internet, the email lover Steve's declared undying love for. In LA, Shanda's worried that her passport to Passion might not be issued.
I'm feeling really nervous because it's the place where they're going to tell me if I do go to England or not, and hopefully I will.
Meanwhile, Steve arrives at the club, but his mind is somewhere in the land of low cholesterol and liposuction.
You have fun, you go out, you have a good time, you get drunk, have a laugh, but at the end of the day, you're not having 100% fun because you're 6,000 miles away from the one you love. There might still be a chance. And so she was very upset on the phone then, and she was talking about how she got this letter and how she'd phoned the place up and there'd been no use to her and everything, the immigrations and passport agency. So I said, well, we can go round to the actual place, we can get an appointment, go round there. So she did that.
Following her appointment at the British consulate, Shanda is not happy.
It's all bullshit, basically. Because I went in there and I explained everything and they gave me stupid papers. They said I need to have a valid passport and I don't, so I can't even travel. So the whole trip here was for nothing, and they could have told me that on the phone, but they didn't. So I'm really angry right now, and later on I'm gonna be really sad.
Back home that evening, Shanda phones Steve to break the bad news.
Hello?
Hello?
You okay, baby?
No.
What happened?
I'm really, really pissed off. I went there, like I said, they didn't do anything, honey. They're all like, oh, you're supposed to have a passport and all that. It's really shitty, babe.
It was more upsetting for her, with her already packed and looking forward to coming across. From that, maybe one of the reasons just to calm her down was I thought, well, why don't I just push forward coming across to see you?
I kind of thought he was joking, and I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? It's like, yeah, I'm serious. And I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm very happy.
It's 2 weeks later, and Steve's made a life-changing decision. He's not just going to visit Shanda for a holiday, he's going to try and make a life for himself in LA. So he's leaving his home in Chester for the last time to head for the airport. 6,000 miles away, Shanda is dolling herself up for a night out on LA town to celebrate.
I will, I'll phone you.
There are a lot of clubs in Los Angeles, about a couple thousand. There's a few that I go to which plays progressive. I like to go to those because they're pretty upbeat, and plus you get to dance like you would at a rave, like with glow sticks and everything. I think that makes it more fun.
seeing her tomorrow, it's going to be like quite nervous. It's going to be like meeting each other for the first time again. I guess it's going to be nervous as well as exciting.
I waited 6 months for this. 6 months.
7 months, baby.
7 months.
I was working out on the way here. Absolute time.
Without further ado, they head off to Shanda's family home so Steve can check out her new tattoos.
Okay, we finally arrived.
Yep.
And we're going to spend some quality time.
Yeah, together. Hopefully.
And have all the hugs that we missed and I missed out. Okay.
Next day, they contemplate their future.
If we did live with each other, there'd definitely be some arguments on the horizon. No, I don't mean like, splitting up arguments, I just mean like,
Yeah, so it's just, your temper, your Welsh temper.
What Welsh temper?
Get rid of little things.
And you're silly sometimes. You're daft.
As the couple goes shopping, Steve realises that his love life is rich, but the American dream has a price tag. It's difficult when you don't have a passport to work. No green card, no luck.
I'll be looking for more jobs and stuff like that. Working on the docks or something, gutting fish, I don't care, cash in hand. We will work out a way to be with each other. We're going to be with each other for a long time. And we know actually it might be easy for us to get married in the sense of, it means I can stay in America and work, but we wouldn't do it that way because it would just take away from the romance of it, we want to get married on our own terms, we'll get married because we love each other.
If I had a chance to pick somebody to marry, it would definitely be Steve because I love him and he's very special to me.
And since the making of this film, Steve and Shanda got engaged in LA. Every year, thousands from the UK backpack across Australia looking for adventure and passion, like sisters Laura and Tara from Surrey. Both girls want a love affair. Tara's still looking, but Laura's wish came true within a week of arriving in Sydney. She met Dave, another British backpacker. Although backpacking affairs can be casual, she says they're committed and have already talked of marriage. They've been apart for a month due to Dave's work as a removal man, and she's not sure when he's going to be back.
That's Dave. That's the bed that we got. We got some naughty things in that bed. These are my puppies. And do you see the similarity? Look. There is a lot of similarity in those photos. That is weird. And both of those I love. I knew, the first time I saw him, that was like love at first sight. I knew that we were going to get married. I just totally knew this. But I just want to be with him, and I threatened him on the phone the other day. I said, Dave, this is so hard because I'm getting offers left, right and centre. And then I'm feeling very horny. I need somebody to sleep with. And I don't want to cheat on you or anything, but you better hurry up because I'm not going to wait a whole entire year not to sleep with anyone else.
Her sister Tara, who's 27, is also looking for love, but can't make her mind up whether she's after a man or a woman.
I have been known to fancy a woman, not because she's a woman, because of the person and fancy them. And I have snogged women before, but on a sexual basis.
The thought of Tara having lesbian sex makes me feel a little bit sick.
I don't know whether or not I'd actually go full on to say I'd like a man with boobs or a woman with a penis or something, I don't know.
I'm hoping it'll be a man. I don't really want to see my sister snogging a woman. But we'll just have to wait and see.
As love continues to evade Tara, the girls plan a night out at a local club. But first they must find something to wear.
Oh, yes. This is so the coat for me.
It's not going.
You know what it is? It's because people are used to long sleeves nowadays. That's what the
No,
fashion
do you know
is.
what I think it is? I think it's just because my arms are too long for the jacket.
They're not bad, but they're crushed velvet. Nasty.
Unsuccessful, the girls decide to wear some of the few items they brought in their rucksacks.
This is my knee-high boots that I brought over. These are my blue stilettos that I'm carrying in my backpack. These are my trainers. I wear these quite a lot, but these are Tara's.
My friend Paul was supposed to bring my platforms over and he never did. And I was very upset with him because they were my life.
Yeah, these are my shoes as well, but they're so heavy, they're just like the weight of them. Listen to this. They're very heavy shoes.
These are my favourite shoes because they're just like edible. My sandals.
I planned to bring so much more, but my best friend Bushra made me take half the stuff out of my backpack, which means I've not got anything I really want. She like made me swap everything around so it's practical. These are the most practical outfits I've got.
As the King's Cross nightlife gets going, Tara and Laura prepare for a night at Car Wash, one of Sydney's biggest nightclubs.
Tara's looking for a shag tonight, that's the main reason why we've come out.
No, we're looking for love.
She's looking for love.
Laura is keen to find her sister a man. Although there are plenty in the club, neither feels there's much to choose from.
Most of the guys you meet are just like lads on the piss. They're out for a good time and everything, and there's not a lot else on offer. The sort of person that she's going to end up with is the sort of person she's not going to meet in a club.
Being single, I meet so many pricks, but that almost sways me towards thinking, oh God, do I want to live a heterosexual life? Because they're just such numbskulls, half of them.
Oh my God, nothing good has happened tonight regarding any kind of sex or anything. It's been fucked up. All the men are twats, they don't know how to dance, they don't know how to do fuck all, and it's been a very pointless evening. But I have had a good dance and I've had a good time.
Next morning at the hostel, Laura receives a phone call from boyfriend Dave. It's not good news.
We're just like talking to him and he said that he's not probably going to come down anymore. I'd much more prefer it if like he said, yeah, I'm going to marry you. But so I've changed my mind now. I think I don't want to get married anymore.
To cheer themselves up, Laura and Tara head over to see their friend Simon, another backpacker and former conquest of Tara's. But sadly, love evaded the pair.
I've always wanted someone that entertains me, which he does. Just somebody who's different, and I've always been looking for them, and this is what I thought was the guy. I thought, oh my God, everything. But he's turned out to be a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, I had a bit of fun with Tara every so often. We sort of went out, had a few drinks, came back, I'd crash in the bed with her and have a laugh, and I don't know. It turns out that she's sort of looking for love. She's after a guy, and she's after something a bit full on that I can't really give her. If she wants something a little bit more passionate and a little bit more full on, then I'm not really the right man for that. As I've told many other girls as I've been travelling in Australia, you know how it is.
But there are always plenty more fish in the sea, and both girls have got their rods out.
When was the last time you had sex?
Last time I had sex was in Thailand, which is about 2.5 months ago.
Shit, hell.
Which is a long time.
James, is that why you let us cut your hair?
James has been
sexual frustration. You just want me to say, yeah, I'll have sex with you. And it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We tried it last time and you just couldn't get an erection. So I thought, sod it, this is worthless.
Laurie, you're a very beautiful girl, but I wouldn't exactly... No, I can't be slagging her now. I can't be slagging her on TV, that's just terrible.
Jamie fancies me, tell you, Jamie. Yeah, see? Jamie wants to shag me.
Sounds great.
The next morning, Laura decides to give it one more try with Dave.
Hey, Dave! Where are you?
And to her surprise, Dave has just arrived in Sydney and wants to meet.
All right then. All right, see you later. I love you, bye. I'm gonna wet myself. Too much. Anyways, there's gonna be us by the fountain in an hour.
What? It's gonna be
It's gonna be an hour. An hour. Dave's coming in an hour. 1 hour.
Oh, I'm getting the first hug.
Laura may be excited by Dave's arrival, but her roommates have reservations.
They're a little bit worried that Dave's going to move in and there's going to be a lot of sex going on. And I've assured them that, yes, this definitely will happen.
about to say.
Celebrations continue later in the mixed dormitory the girls share with 4 others.
Laura, I need to get my purse. Oh my God, you've obviously been on the top bunk.
Yeah.
Laura and Dave are having sex and I've just interrupted them. Awful.
I know there's not going to be any boob shots today.
And I went in there just like put the sound stuff away and that, and they were having sex on Lawrence's bed.
Oh,
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Hello.
With Dave and Laura back together, they've made some decisions about their future.
No, we're not getting married at the moment, but you never know. If we keep in contact for a few years,
Yeah.
I could get suddenly blinded drunk one night and say something stupid.
No, and anyway, I need to mature a little bit.
A little bit.
It's time for the girls to move on to Melbourne. Laura has found love with Dave, but Tara is still looking and the road is random.
My time in Sydney has not helped me decide about my sexuality. It's not really a problem, I'm not that bothered. I think I'm looking for a man more than anything, but women are bound to be coming in and out of my life at some point, but we'll see how it goes. It's quite possible I could find someone in Melbourne. If I don't find love, I'm certainly going to have a good time having sex in Melbourne, I know that.
48-year-old ex-taxi driver Mark Cookson from Enfield in North London was looking for a change of scenery when he came to Koh Samui 3 years ago. Marital problems and bankruptcy had left Mark feeling that there was nothing for him in Britain.
Left an ex-wife and 2 children. She ran off with her boyfriend, and it was a lot harder for me to get the children back on a Sunday than it was not to see them. So now I'm 6,000 miles away and it's a lot easier for me to cope with that.
3 years on, Mark is happy and settled with his 30-year-old Thai wife Christy, who he met in Bangkok.
What you want to buy, you can buy here. Very, very cheap. This one, 10 baht.
I came to Thailand with £1,500 and walked into a bar and started talking to Christy and basically said she was in Bangkok on holiday.
But after 5 days of a full sexual relationship, Christy dropped the bombshell that she had in fact been born a man.
I tell Mark, yeah, I'm man. Mark surprised. Mark cried.
I found out and had a heart attack. And I told Christy she had to go and I didn't want to see her anymore and I thought, what the hell have I done? And then a couple of days later I bumped into Christy again and we were talking, we went to have something to eat and I thought, well, what the hell, you know? I'm in Thailand and I was happy for that 5 days and that was 3 years ago. Now it isn't, not a problem at all. Didn't tell anybody for a long, long time. And then one guy came that was a friend of my brother. He actually told my sister-in-law. She told my mother. And my mother asked me, is Christy one of those lady men? And I said, yes, she is. And she said to me, does that mean you're a pufta? And I said, well, no, her body's exactly the same as yours now. I said, but I suppose, she's a man, so one of us must be gay, but it's not me. And then she told me she had cancer about 2 days later and died. So I wish I'd never told her.
During those 3 years, Mark and Christy have built up Koh Samui's most popular transsexual cabaret bar, where every dancer was once a man.
So I built a stage in a bar, and I've got some lady boys that actually live on the island. I got a couple from Bangkok, with Christy's friends, and we put a little show together. And it's just snowballed from there.
Men from all over the world regularly descend upon Thailand to have their bodies transformed. One of Thailand's most reputable surgeons in this field is Dr. Preecha Tiwa Channan at Bangkok's Bumrun Grad Hospital. He's a specialist who's carried out over 1,000 sex change operations over the last 20 years.
Like to come to Thailand. Number one, they saw the patient from Thailand. They see that they got a good result. The patient can leave the hospital after about 5 days, and they need another 6 weeks to recuperate. After operation, they just look at the mirror. They look every day. They clean up every day. They look at themselves. They're very happy. All the patients, they're very happy with the operation.
And Christy, who had her operation 8 years ago, is no exception to that.
First, when I wake up in the hospital, I'm crying. I'm very crying because I'm so happy that I'm ready. 100%.
business is so good at Christie's bar, they're hoping to expand, and Mark has been given an offer he can't refuse.
The guy who owns the band actually came to me because Christie's is a big name on Koh Samui, everybody knows it. Wants me to come on this plot of land to build a cabaret, but a much bigger one and more elaborate than the other one. And then he can sell the rest of the land around it much easier. And he gave me a really good deal on it. It's going to be one of the biggest bars on the island. Will be one of the biggest bars outside of the club. Prime location.
This is a new bar. Kathoy bar, Lady Boy bar is a new coming soon, about 2 more months. We'll be there. Chrissy Cabaret Show.
With the cabaret business going from strength to strength, Mark's clearly happy with both his business and personal life with Christy.
If I went anywhere now, if I went to live in Australia or I went back to England for a holiday, Christy would go with me, for sure. I mean, if I took Christy anywhere else in the world, nobody would notice it. No one would question her sexuality. And even if they did question it, I've got not one problem with it whatsoever. I mean, I've lived with it for 3 years, and it means, well, maybe I am gay now, but in a different sort of way. Doesn't affect me in the least. You only live once. For when all the hair falls out.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
In the sleepy village of Umberley in Devon, 63-year-old jeweller Gavin Poulton is preparing for his 20th trip to Thailand.
3 pairs of trousers, and I'm sure that'll be one too many.
He's going to buy jewellery to sell in Britain and to visit his Thai business partner. Catherine, who's been married to Gavin for 40 years, will be staying at home in England.
I suppose in a way I'm envious of him going away, whilst at the same time I don't mind. I'm quite looking forward to being on my own for a month.
Gavin and Catherine had a conventional marriage until Gavin was in his early 40s, at which point he realised he was bisexual. Today, he and Catherine are still married, but have what's best described as an open relationship.
This is my partner, who I hope is running part of my business in Thailand. Here's a more sexy photograph of him. He wanted to pose in front of the camera. He wanted to look as sexy as possible.
As well as being his business partner, 28-year-old Lex is also Gavin's lover. While Gavin is with Lex in Thailand, Catherine will be making the most of Gavin's absence.
I suppose one could say that I've taken advantage of it and had my men friends and enjoyed myself that way. So being without Gavin is fine by me, and if I want to be alone, I will. But it's nice to know that there is a gentleman friend somewhere whose company I can call on, who might call in and have coffee.
Right. Bye-bye. See you in a month's time.
Take care.
After a gruelling flight, Gavin's plane has touched down in Bangkok, but Lex hasn't come to meet him.
It's useful having him around, and I like him in bed with me, but I don't mind whether he comes or whether he doesn't come. It wasn't exactly my first experience with a gay sexual contact. I met a really beautiful young lady in the Bois de Boulogne in Paris. I thought she was a prostitute, so we went a few hundred yards off the road. And I was fondling her breasts and feeling her bottom and kissing and cuddling. By the time I got down to feeling her legs and putting my hand between them, I found she got a cock as well. And it really was the most exciting few seconds of my life. I wasn't shocked after he'd knelt down and filleted me. We went back to the road and I offered him money, but he refused to take it. So he was there just for the excitement in the same way that I had been there just for the excitement. There's a large proportion of people who will say they're shocked by my attitude, but would secretly like to behave in the same way. I'm absolutely convinced of it.
Gavin has rented a flat on the west bank of Bangkok's main river.
Yeah, over there. Yeah.
My attraction for Lex is more to do with business than it is to do with a physical relationship. Lex likes me because I'm more wealthy than he is. If somebody says they like me, I never know whether they like me for my money or for my face or for the size of the cough. I just take it all as superficial, just get as much enjoyment out of it as I can. This is the entrance to my apartment block.
Unbeknown to Gavin, he's about to be reunited with his Thai lover, who's been waiting for several hours.
I wondered if you would be waiting for me. I ring and ring and ring. Where's your telephone?
No. I can close.
You close the telephone, yeah, that's why I didn't see you. And this young man is, I must introduce you, he's a cameraman for English television.
Oh, no.
So now you'll be on English television.
Okay,
I like your hair too. Hey, you look good.
Thank you.
There's another surprise waiting upstairs for Gavin. Lex hasn't come to Bangkok alone. At Gavin's apartment, which only has one bedroom, Lex has brought along half his family.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finish.
It is very difficult to understand that when I arrange to meet Lex, he turns up with his mother and 2 cousins. But one just has to accept that because that is the way that Thai people behave. He's looking well, yes, there's no problems with him at all. In fact, he's looking better because he's cut his hair now and not quite so long as it was. Am I the same as last time I was in Bangkok?
Yes.
You said I am more fat?
Yes, now you're fat. You're very young. It's number 1. Much tomorrow.
Bex likes me to be smooth-faced. Catherine, she likes me to have whiskers, so I grow it again in England. Lex becomes very excited if I play with his nipples. This evening I shall be sleeping. This evening there's no plans for catching up. We'll be catching up over the next week or month.
Gavin and Lex have spent a couple of days catching up and are now heading off to a jewellery wholesaler's.
When I met Lek, it's fair to say that he was making ends meet, but he wasn't particularly solvent. I felt that he was a good salesman. He could sell, I could see that. So I allowed him to buy jewellery on my business account in Bangkok to try the market in Thailand. That started about 2 years ago. The business in Thailand is a partnership. It's almost exclusively run by him. It's just that I financed it. He's experienced some success with it, but I don't know exactly how successful it is, and that's one of the reasons I'm following him around into various places to see how he does the business.
Tucked away down a tiny alleyway, Gavin and Lex eventually find the shop they're looking for.
Look at it. I mean, just look at the amount of stock they've got here, and to look in every box would take me 2 days.
Gavin is losing patience.
I think I'm not buying anything at all. I'm not going to spend all day looking through here and then we go to another 2 shop and I do the same thing, because the money for me is so small.
I know.
Yeah, so it's better that we do not do it anymore. I get on very well with Lek, but one of the problems is that if I go in and buy $1,000 worth of silver and he is with me, he undoubtedly will see things that he could also sell, and he always wants to stick it onto my bill. So I walked out of the shop because it means that he's still in there and he's going to have to pay for that jewellery that he buys himself.
Gavin decides to call his wife.
Is that Catherine? Oh, sorry, you sounded very young, I must say. I've just come out of one shop and I feel sort of a bit hot and sticky and fed up.
Sometimes him can ring for Catherine. I don't want to see, I don't want to know, I don't want to hear. Sometimes I jealous, sometimes okay.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad you're okay. Bye. But I think you're angry with me because you,
No, I'm not angry with you.
Gavin and Lex have left Bangkok and are en route to Lex's parents. They have driven 650 kilometres south of Bangkok, though once again, Gavin and Lex have little privacy.
Lex would like to go to sleep at 3 o'clock every morning, and I don't want to. So the relationship between Lex and I is like any other marriage. There is frictions and strains there. By and large, we seem to get on all right together.
The next morning, Gavin and Lex rise early and go to bathe in a hot volcanic pool. In this tranquil setting, Gavin is thinking about the effect Thailand has on his health.
I'm open to a lot more diseases out here than the Thais are, but unless I actually pick up a bug and become infected in my stomach, I find that the diet I have here makes my, if you're filming this, I'll put it nicely, my stools more solid than they are in England. 20 years ago, if I'd have seen Lex in his swimming trunks, I would have had an erection. There's no doubt about it. He's physically attractive. But then so are horses and dogs. I mean, I'm not just attracted to physically attractive boys. Well, I'm 63 now, and I really don't feel that sex is terribly important anymore.
Oh, go on, more.
I just want the company of somebody who I find attractive. When I was 40, if I look you in your swimming costume,
yes,
then Gavin cock come up. Okay, but now Gavin older,
yes,
and okay, I look you same person, very beautiful, but cock not come up. Okay.
Okay.
I really don't understand the meaning of the word love. I've had extremely passionate feelings, which I would suppose must be love for 3 people. A young ladyboy called Mu in Thailand, an English antique dealer cum jeweller, and my wife's sister originally.
Mu was Gavin's first Thai lover. After meeting him in Bangkok, Gavin fell in love and visited him a number of times over the next 2 years. The relationship began to fall apart in July 1990, when Mu arrived in the UK with serious health worries.
As there was the AIDS scare at that time, this is maybe 6 or 7 years ago, he and I were both tested for HIV. It turned out that Mu was positive. I was negative, and because I value my marriage to Catherine more than I value my relationships with other people, I terminated the relationship with Mu.
Because of the risk that Gavin could still develop HIV in the months after his test, he stopped sleeping with his wife.
We never really developed a sexual relationship again. She's been seeing this man now for about 4 or 5 years, I think. They seem to be content with each other, and she is also content with me.
Finally, the couple arrive at Lex's parents' house. Lex's family are wealthy by Thai standards, owning local orchards and rubber plantations, and they feel genuinely honoured to have Gavin stay with them.
When I'm here, I usually sleep with Lex in a semi-private part of the house, but we very rarely ever have any sexual congress in the house, mainly because there is no privacy in Thai houses. You never know when children are going to walk in. My relationship with everybody in the house is good, particularly with Lex's father, who makes an effort to be friendly towards me. The family know that Lex is gay. They know that Lex did some ladyboy shows when he was very young. I am pleased that they accept me as a friend of Lex. My relationship with Lex, it's a relationship for me for pleasure. I'd like to see him develop his business more, but I don't want to feel committed to him. I don't want to feel that he's committed to me either. You viewers can make your own mind up about how maybe you think Catherine should behave towards me, or I should behave towards her, but we have found our own way of living, and we're still married, you know, after 40 years. There's a lot of you out there who aren't.
Sadly, A month after Gavin returned to Britain, he received the tragic news that Lex had been murdered during a robbery in his home village. Norman Strike, a remarkably apt name for a former miner, volunteered to teach in Kenya 2 years ago. It was there that the former hard man surprised himself and fell in love.
Outside, if you ask people about me, I'm this big, gruff, ex-coal mining Geordie. Some people even think I'm really hard because I've got the missing front tooth and I'm a bit rough looking. But underneath it all, I'm soft as shite, really.
Norman met Anne a year ago. They've been apart for 2 months since he came home after finishing his job. Anne plans to visit him here next week, but Norman's concerned about her travelling from Africa alone and decides to surprise her by turning up unannounced in Kenya.
Plane tickets. Oh, must remember to put my luggage labels on tomorrow. Passport. Villain of the year. If you see this man, phone Crime Watch. Not too smelly. Right, those are on for today.
After divorcing his first wife, Norman never believed he'd fall in love again. But they all say that, don't they?
Hi, that's her. Naliaka. Met her at a party and then went through a really strange kind of old-fashioned courtship. It was really nice. That's her. That's Anne. The object of my desire. This is me going to see the woman I love and bring her back to my country. That's what this is all about.
At the airport, Norman invests in the international currency of love.
I have to get some perfume before I go as a present. Exfoliants Doucier, what the hell is that? Taking hair off your legs, I think. £24. About 2,500 bob, enough to feed a family of 6 for a week. More than a week. She's worth it. Just to see her face when I get there. My mate at the pit could see me paying £25 for perfume.
Norman is willing to face adversity in the name of love.
God, I hate flying. I hate it. It terrifies me. But it'll be worth it because I'll see Anne tomorrow, and that's what it's all about. The things we do for love.
And after 8 long and turbulent hours, he's finally in the same continent as the woman who's stolen his northern heart.
Thank God that's over with. Turbulence or what? But the heat's wonderful. We're down, I'm safe, I've landed, and it's about an hour, hour and a half, taxi, and then Wafula's going to get the shock of her life. Yeah. The Chacos? Huh?
Just come here.
I want to find out how much it costs before I get in his taxi. That's too much. 3.5. No, that's too much. No, I'm not. I'm going to take the cheapest man.
How much are you willing to? How much are you willing?
2.5.
That's good. 2.5, yes, me.
But nervous expectations taken its toll on Norman's memory.
I've left my passport and tickets, and I just hope they haven't been stolen. Typical. How could I be so stupid? Somebody's got the passport.
A taxi driver found the missing documents. He was good enough to return them to Norman, or clever enough to spot an opportunity, depending on your view of human nature.
Thank you, Santisana Buana. That's for all of your trouble for driving out here. You know what they say, don't you? The course of true love never runs smooth. Your mum used to say that.
With his wallet lighter and his heart pounding, Norm builds up to the big surprise.
I can't wait to see her face because she's not expecting it at all. Hello, Miss Wafula.
Oh. Hello.
What do you mean, hello? Is that the best you can do?
Hello.
Were you expecting me?
No.
Well, why are you not more surprised? Are you embarrassed? Hello, nurse. Jumbo.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. And I thought you were going to come running up the path and see how they were going to be sitting there waiting. Are you embarrassed?
I'm surprised.
Why are you surprised? I left my shorts here, didn't I? I've come back for them. I've had no shorts to wear, I've had to wear these.
Although there are huge cultural differences, Norman and Anne have a love of children in common. Anne is involved with the school for disabled children. She had polio at the age of 2 and is passionate about people not being held back by their disabilities.
It's not easy being disabled in Kenya. We are stigmatized. People look at us differently. Some people would look at us as outcasts, like people who are useless. I'm coming to encourage them. Something like a role model for them to look at me and say, if she made it, then we can also make it. Today we shall not talk. We shall not have our regular talks. Today I've come to say bye-bye to you. I'm going to England. You want to know what I'm going to do? Yes. I'm going to visit my boyfriend. Why did you laugh? We met at a party, and then I did not fall in love immediately, but he saw me that time. So he started writing to me, and we would meet, go out for a meal, communicate with letters before we fell in love now.
How old are you?
I'm 29. Yeah. Norman is 49.
People look at you and say, gosh, look at that old man going out with that beautiful young woman. And I kind of get a bit self-conscious about that sometimes. But at the end of the day, when I'm with Anne, you know, she reassures me all I need, that age isn't an issue.
I'm comfortable with Norman because he's a mature person. He knows exactly what he wants in life. And I know he's not just playing games with me. You know, he wants a serious relationship. Yes. Tell me, have a good flight.
Have a good flight.
Bye-bye.
One potential problem for Anne and Norman is their differing beliefs. Anne's a born-again Christian, Norman is certainly not. While she's at a farewell service in her local church, agnostic Norman prefers the religion of Andy Capp, with a pint in the local boozer.
She's teetotal. Odd couple, aren't we? There's me trying to pack in smoking, drink like a fish, and there's Anne, never smoked, never drank, and yes, we can go out to a pub together and have a great time in each other's company. I think that's brilliant.
Anne's family is hosting a farewell party for her, so she's off into town to get her hair done.
The first time Norman told me that he loved me, I thought, no, I think he's drunk. And then I told him, tell me this when you are sober. And then he told me, Anne, I'm not drunk. I'm telling you, this is what I feel. And then he fell in love with me before I fell in love with him. And like he didn't rush me. He did not rush me at all. And when I started falling in love with me, I thought, oh, am I doing the right thing? And like I put it to test so many times. I think I tried it so many times, like, is it real? Yeah, I fell in love.
For Anne's farewell meal, Norman, who has been a vegetarian for 10 years, has been sent to buy a goat, the African way.
Okay. Do you think it's okay? You're the goat expert.
It's okay, it's okay.
Right, I don't want to look in its eyes. I don't want to see in its eyes. Okay then. Hiya, I don't want to look. I don't even want to look.
When you are born on this earth, there are some things that are written that have to take place in your life. So I think it was meant that Norman and I be together.
Farewell, goat.
Don't do that.
I can't help it.
No, you're not.
Look,
it's wrong.
Anne,
In our tradition, you don't do that to an animal.
One of the things that me and you have to sort out between each other in our relationship is you're an African and I'm an Englishman, and in your culture you keep saying, in our culture we don't do that, and in our culture we don't buy goats and shove them into boots of cars, slit their throats and cook them in our culture. So we're trying to find a balance between our two cultures, right? I can't help but being upset genuinely about the goat.
At the party, Norman finds some traditions too much to bear.
You're worrying, Norman.
It's the first time Anne's left Kenya, and she's only got Norman's word about what she'll face in Britain.
Can't believe what?
It's all right. I thought I'd lost my ticket again. Put it in here. I'm not going through that again.
When he arrived, I thought I was dreaming, but now I'm not dreaming. It's happening.
At Heathrow Airport, Anne has to pass through immigration alone, a daunting prospect for an African woman on her own. Norman is worried in case she hasn't made it.
I am starting to panic. I can't go out there, because they won't have gone out there, they'll still be here. What a bloody relief!
You're like, oh.
Did you get through okay?
A few surprises await Anne.
Could be the sun will come out at about 10, yeah?
Yeah, 10 on the 10th of July.
No, there must be some sun, seriously.
Cold weather.
No, there's a pothole on your road. You told me there are no potholes. There's a small one there.
When they've reached Norman's home turf, a final surprise awaits her.
Listen, do you know how we always said we'd get married, but we'd wait until we got back to Kenya? I don't want to wait.
Why?
Because I want to marry you now. Not this instant, but I want to marry you as soon as we can fix it up. Why wait? So will you marry me?
Oh, no.
Is that a yes or a no?
Yes, I'll marry you.
Let's get back to the car before we freeze to death. Aren't I romantic?
Real people go on remarkable journeys in the name of love. This week we follow the amazing love story of Jennifer and Stacey, who are travelling 6,000 miles to Thailand to make their love story complete. They're going to have sex change operations so they can realise their ultimate dream, to transform their lives as a devoted and loving male couple to a devoted and loving female couple.
Okay.
By transforming their bodies and their genders, theirs is the ultimate modern-day love story. Across the River Severn from Bristol is the small town of Chepstow in South Wales. Jennifer and Stacey have been living here together as lovers for over 12 months.
First time we met, I knew it was something more than just a friendship. Something special was there. I just knew. But it actually wasn't until Christmas, wasn't it? And I think that's when we officially decided we were an item.
We were going to be an item.
The couple met via the internet. Although they lived their everyday lives as women, they were both born male. Until December 1998, Jennifer was known as Paul. Before transition, she had a difficult time with relationships.
All your life you knew you were different, but until something came along that sort of pressed that button and said, oh, this is what it is. This feels natural to me, and being who I was before didn't. So whether that really is the famous woman trapped in a man's body, or whether it's just that the female side of my personality is just way overdeveloped compared to the male part, I don't know.
Before she met Stacey, she almost went into a conventional marriage.
I came that close to getting married. As a man, she had 2 kids, the house, you get the idea. And it was literally walking into a ready-made family. it's fairly obvious to me it was my last-ditch attempt at pretending to be normal. But if there is such a thing, you know.
Stacey used to be called Steve.
I suppose I realised things weren't right because, I mean, I used to go out, I suppose you call it trannying, you know, dressing up, going out, meeting people, shopping, clubs, and that didn't feel right. I suppose that's when I realised that this wasn't the true path for me. I had to go further.
She began her transition and hormone treatment to become a woman last year.
You go and see your doctor, psychiatrist, and it's only when you actually, it just sort of clicks. You sort of think, yeah, I'm ready to transition, and bang, it just happens.
In the end, we just sat down and thought about it, and we're not gay, we're not straight, we don't fancy men or women, we fancy each other, and that's the end of it.
Jennifer and Stacey will both be having their male genitals cut off and female genitalia constructed.
Happy to.
To have the surgery here on the NHS, they would have to wait an estimated 6 years. Surgery in Thailand fits their financial and medical needs.
It's a really long way to go for a mop, actually. But again, it's fun. It's a thing, you only do it once in your lifetime, don't you? There are people that wander out there just for a little holiday, so yeah, saying that, you know.
Don't think I'd have gone on my own though.
They were both planning to have the operation before they met. They've undertaken psychological evaluation and will be going under the surgeon's blade within 24 hours of each other. After 14 hours in the air, Jennifer and Stacey arrive in Phuket and have a day to take in their new surroundings.
The scenery and the whole sort of area is absolutely beautiful.
I like it. It's nice. It's definitely come back here under better circumstances.
Changing sex isn't cheap.
The operation is costing about $7,500 each, which sounds like a lot of money because we're looking at $15,000. You sit there and go, eek! That would be enough for a main operation for one of us in the UK. Yeah. Whereas over here, we're both getting done. So it's not cheap. There was a lot of saving involved. Before we came, if we'd had the option, we would have considered sort of if we could have got the extra money together staying in England. But now that we're actually here, I think we made the right choice. Yeah.
They've chosen to have surgery at the Phuket International Hospital in the care of Dr. Sangwan Kunaporn, an internationally renowned surgeon who has been responsible for more than 1,000 gender reassignment operations.
Most of the patients of mine said that they're very happy after surgery. Stacey and Jennifer are among the unique patients of mine. They were a couple. They're very sweet, lover.
Stacey will be having her surgery first. As the operation draws closer, the girls contemplate their sex lives, which will be somewhat different.
In our relationship at the moment, I won't say nothing in that area happens at all, but it's not, well, in this one's case, it's not even necessary. Sort of blow in a general direction, she falls over. I mean, there's obviously going to be some experimentation and possibly a trip or two to Ann Summers afterwards.
They're both convinced they're doing the right thing.
If Jen had any doubts or I had any doubts, the other one of us would just, okay, forget it, I'm not having it either. And we'd go and find the nearest plane we could and go home. But sitting here now, after all this time, I'm still 100%.
Yeah.
99.999 recurring confident.
As far as you can get.
As far as you can get, anyway.
Yeah.
It's the day of Stacey's operation, and she's understandably anxious.
I'm not looking forward to the pain afterwards, no. I don't like pain at all. But I can put on a brave face, as they say. This is the last time I'm going to sit up for a while.
The girls will be having breast implants as well as the gender reassignment surgery. They'll both have to spend around 8 hours in theatre.
I mean, I'm happy she's going through with it, she's doing what she wants to do. But it's the same as I've said for anyone, I wouldn't wish what we're having to go through on my worst enemy.
Jen has insisted on being at Stacey's side throughout her operation.
Whether or not I was destined to always be this way, I don't know. For all I know, if I hadn't have spoken to Jen on the internet, I might have just gone and lived my life like a little hermit until I was 30 and then or 40 and then done something about it. Or maybe nothing at all.
As well as being concerned for Stacey, Jen watches every move of the intense operation that she herself will have to undergo in less than 24 hours.
I'm worried as hell.
If you know anything about how this works, it's not really anything you want to do. No one wants to mutilate themselves, but it's something you need to do.
Dr. Sangwan practices a unique type of gender reassignment surgery. First, a vaginal cavity is formed underneath the existing genitalia, then the testicles and most of the penis are removed. A female urethra is constructed, and the sexual glands in the penis are used to form a sensitive clitoris. And the remaining tissue is used to complete the female genitalia.
It's amazing what goes through your mind, isn't it? But when sort of they were being taken out and moved across, the thought that just came into mind is, I really hope she doesn't change her mind now, because that's like definitely point of no return at the end.
After the genital surgery, Dr. Sangwan moves to the breast implant operation. It will be at least another 3 hours until Stacey will wake up.
My chest is hurting. It stings. My back is aching. And obviously the surgery area is throbbing like anything.
Deeply exhausted and dehydrated after the operation, Stacey has been continually ill. After pressing the panic button to call the nurses, Jen is worried that they don't feel particularly concerned.
I'm actually worried because I have not been impressed with the aftercare. And the honest answer is I'm not sure. I'm willing to go through with it and let her fend for herself.
It's 24 hours since Stacey's sex change operation. She's made a steady improvement through the night, and she's even beginning to feel a few changes in her body.
I'm getting weird sensations down in my groin area of a certain article that isn't there anymore. It feels as though, how can I explain it without being too crude? I mean, the head, the gland, whatever you want to call it, although they've used part of that to create a clitoris, it still feels as if the whole body is there, and that on the end is just twitching. Some of them are quite nice sensation, and some of them are ow.
After Jen's doubts over Stacey's care had been resolved, she went ahead with her own op, feeling that Stacey was, in fact, in safe hands. As dawn breaks, she's already under anaesthetic.
Up until about 1 o'clock this morning, she was still not sure if she was going to go through it, because she was worried that I wouldn't be okay today on my own. But we got round that. But yeah, I can't wait until she's awake and I can kiss her. Just can't wait. Sorry. I'm just worried about her. We don't stay apart for any amount of time, and I'm scared.
As Jen undergoes the operation, Stacey is forced to stay in bed and recover, and all she can do is wait and hope that all's well. Finally, the lovers are together again.
Don't cry, I'm okay.
Good night.
We're happy now that we're both back up here and, you know, we can actually touch each other and, you know, we're back as one now.
A day ahead of Jen, Stacey has had her breast bandages removed and can inspect Dr. Sangwan's handiwork.
I just caught a glimpse of one of my nipples under there, and let's just say that they're a little bit larger than before.
They've been stretched a touch.
Stretched it, I'm quite happy with them.
Also about twice the size, aren't they?
They're about twice the size now, actually, as well.
Two days later, Dr. Sangwan gives the girls a checkup.
Yeah, babes. We were right. We know what the torch is for.
You're not serious?
I'm serious.
Cool. Yesterday, when they wheeled the trolley in to clean Jen up, there's a nice big yellow torch on there, and we were just joking about what it's for, and Jen's just said it is what we thought it was for. It's for lighting up darker cavities.
The silicone breast implants have to be massaged to ensure they look as natural as possible, and the surgeon shows the girls how to do it.
I'm fine. Just never actually had my boobs played with while being filmed before, babes. Slightly strange situation.
Okay, bye. Okay then, bye. See you.
Although the girls are still in some pain, the checkup has revealed that so far everything's going well.
We're okay, aren't we?
Yeah, fine. Okay, come
okay.
here.
Sorry.
After 2 weeks in bed, the girls are finally allowed out of hospital.
Oh yeah. Look at that, babes.
It's nice to be out, so we can now get on and do things.
Yeah.
It's behind us now, I mean, apart from a checkup, that's it.
To actually have a different body is slightly weird, it is, because the sensations are all new. I suppose it's like learning to walk again as such, isn't it?
For the rest of their lives, Stacey and Jennifer will have to practice a technique called dilating.
Dilating's the big one. It knocks so much out of your life, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it's half an hour a day at the moment, 4 times a day.
This means manipulating the vaginal cavity to keep the skin supple using specially made implements.
And go, look, do we feel inadequate, boys? Look.
Yeah.
Woo.
8 inches long and 1.5 inches diameter of pure plastic. Problem is, I haven't found where you get the cap off to put the batteries in yet. But it'll come apart one day, won't it?
Jennifer and Stacey will be in Thailand for another week while they recover, and they've decided to confirm their love for each other once and for all before they go back to Britain.
5 nights after my operation, it was almost simultaneously looked at each other and just said, why don't we get married? I mean, I know it's not going to be legal in the UK and stuff like that, but we just decided that it'd be something nice to do. So hopefully going to sort out something pretty to wear.
with the purple. Think of the cocaine?
With their wedding outfits made, Stacey thinks it's time she gave her mum the good news.
Hello?
Hello, it's only me. We've got another bit of news for you.
What?
Well, me and Jen have decided we're going to have like a little bit of a blessing come marriage thing out here. You know the hospital we were at?
Yeah.
They've organised a complete wedding ceremony for us with
Yeah.
all the guests of the hospital.
Yeah.
A couple of papers and, you know, newspapers and that. I think we're going to be a little bit more famous now, aren't we?
Oh, right.
So, see, I told
What
you.
are you doing about food when you get home?
What we doing about food when we get home? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting married in a foreign country and she's worried about what food we're having when we get home.
Can't you fax something through here? What you normally have from Tesco's, and I can get some so you got something to eat when you get home.
No, you don't understand. Tomorrow we're not doing anything because we're getting married. And Saturday we're flying home.
Yeah, but you'll have to have something to eat when you get home, won't you?
We'll see you sometime Sunday.
Okay.
Unless you want to fly out here and join us.
No, I do not want to bloody fly in a fucking plane. That's the last thing I want to flipping do.
Oh, all right then.
Okay then,
Bye.
bye.
I was right. She did the, oh, that's nice, dear. What do you want for dinner?
The Phuket International Hospital has offered to host the ceremony, and the girls appear to be more nervous than they did before their surgery.
I'm running blank right now. I think that's the only way I can run.
It's just so many
because
things.
If I start thinking about it, I'm going to fall apart.
Yeah, it's just too much to take in, so I'm just lost.
I'm glad to be here and to welcome the honoured guests and the wedding couple.
Although the ceremony is hosted by hospital staff and there are no official papers to sign, the event feels real enough to Stacey and Jennifer.
The biggest problem I think people have with what we're doing is they need to pigeonhole people, and they feel uncomfortable that we're actually willing to step out of the pigeonhole we've been put in, to think about it from their point of view, that you've gone through all of this to change your anatomy and you decide to become a dyke, for God's sake, you know. So, you know, this weirds people out so much that I think that's why we get all the prejudice we do. We'd like to thank the hospital and everybody for coming. It's absolutely wonderful of you. I don't know what else to say of it. It's the happiest day of our lives. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
For Stacey and Jen, their 3 incredible weeks in Thailand are coming to an end, and tomorrow they're going home.
It'd just be nice to go back to semblance of normality for a while.
Three weeks later, they're back home in Wales, and their extraordinary time in Thailand seems almost unreal.
It's an experience. Don't try this at home. But looking back on it, it was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The girls have found it easy to get used to their new bodies.
I don't know if it's psychological or the brain's done something or what, but you have difficulty remembering what was there.
I think it's because somehow our brains just decided that's natural and that's the end of it, so you don't even notice it.
No, you don't.
But what about their sex lives?
We know that obviously you're not meant to have sexual intercourse for, 6 weeks, 3 months. Surgeons have different times that, but
that sort of doesn't really apply.
Doesn't apply to us really, does it? But I mean, yeah, we sort of experimented a little bit, didn't we, just to see.
Yeah.
After a couple of times of experimenting, the brain sort of
sussed out what's where and what does, isn't it?
Both agree that the trip to Thailand has made their love complete.
The whole experience, I think, it's definitely brought us more together as, you know, emotionally, and
it sort of just proved the fact. There's one thing saying you'll stick with each other no matter what, but this sort of proved it, didn't it?
Yeah. I always sort of decided, well, not decided, but sort of accepted the fact that I was going to be alone and never get married and stuff like that. And I'm not sure about you, but you sort of, it was a bit of a blessing, you know. This is extra to all the other stuff.
Definitely, yeah.
Mrs. Harrowan.
Love you too, Mrs. Harrowan.
Good.
Since this film was made, both Jennifer and Stacey have continued with their recovery and are living happily together in South Wales.